Welcome, one and all, to a new adventure. Zelda II, The Adventure of Link. A Zelda game that was never initially meant to be a Zelda game. Developed by Shigeru Miyamoto and a few of Nintendo's more junior programmers. This music was composed by Akita Natsuka, and, well, frankly, it's very different from The Legend of Zelda in every way. This is a direct sequel to the first game. After Ganon was destroyed, Impa told Link a sleeping spell was cast on Princess Zelda. She will wake only when the power of the third Triforce sealed in a palace in Hyrule. To break the seals, crystals must be placed in statues in 6 well-guarded palaces. Link sets out on his most adventuresome quest yet. That's right. And of course, we are Link, because we come to town, and we come to save the Princess Zelda. This game took inspiration from other games of the time, like Dragon Quest, Dragon Buster, and Dragon Slayer Jr., implementing things like levels and experience and magic and other things that we are familiar with in modern Zelda titles, but weren't necessarily initially thought of as Zelda tools. Miyamoto's first primary motivation was to create a game where the character had up and lower attacks, and then jumping attacks that go up and down, which we don't have access to yet. Anyway, here's Princess Zelda, a brunette. And she's here at the Northern Palace. And that's just where she lives. This is, as you can imagine, very different in every way. It gets a bad rap, I think, for being really hard. I'm not the world's best at it. I can honestly say I have never beaten it. Simply because it rarely holds my interest. If you run into enemies on the road here, you get a blank encounter like that. Anyway, welcome to Rauru. Ah, the Sage of Light. Yes, that's right. The towns are named after major characters from future Zelda games. So let's get into the timeline issue right now. This game takes place at the end of the Timeline of Ruin. Okay, bro. Hello! At the very end of the Timeline of Ruin. It is, in fact, the last entry in the Timeline of Ruin. At least, it was. Rumors... I mean, while Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom have not been officially placed in the timeline yet, rumors are that Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom take place far after the events of even this game. Some people suggest that those games exist outside of the timeline altogether. Huh, remember that for later. If all else fails, use fire. Oh, please. Oops. Sorry, I meant to talk to her. She says please come inside. We're not gonna ask what she does to Link that restores his life and his stamina. Just don't ask. Only the hammer can destroy a roadblock. Well, thank you. So this game does have some changes from the Famicom version, which was released in January of 1987. That's before even Legend of Zelda was released in the United States. And almost a full 2 years later, the United States got this game, Zelda II, on the NES. Okay, let's go talk with her father. Each town has a wise man. Okay, is there a way I can increase the message speed? No, I just have to be patient. It will be Rogue's greatest challenge yet. In Parapa Desert, use this magic to survive. We get the shield spell. That does exactly what you think it does. The spells, to cast a spell, you open your spell menu, you select using your up and down buttons, and then you exit and hit select on your controller in the, I'm gonna call this the field view, or the combat view, and that will cast the spell. The shield spell will only last for the screen you're on, though, so use it judiciously. As you can see, it used 32 magic points. It uses 32 magic points per casting, and that's equivalent to 2 of the little boxes. So, first things first, I actually want to do a little bit of meandering around and find some power-ups. I'm just trying to remember where they all are. Ooh, blue potion. That would restore any, I think 1 bar of magic, so 16 magic points, if I had lost any. Yes, down here is the cave I was thinking of. So we have bots, red and blue. And if you want to know more about some of the history and the development of this game, you'll want to check out NES Complex's video on the topic, which I've linked in the video description. Now, you may be wondering, Rogue, why are you sitting here stabbing in the darkness? Well, it's because I'm attacking the darkness. No, it's because I can't see the enemies. Ow. Oh, dang you, Octoroks! And I can't even get that potion. But I wanted this magic container. Anyway, as you can see, there's little numbers beside each of our stats, the attack, the magic, and the life. The attack stat does what you think it does. The higher the level, the stronger Link's attacks are. Leave me alone, bro. Magic points, or magic levels, increase the potency of Link's magic ability, and so it reduces the spell point cost of his various spells. And then life, getting life levels not only restores your life, which is always nice, but makes it so that you take less damage. So it's almost like a defense stat instead of a life stat. Anyway, we don't really have anywhere else to go except Parapa Palace, which we can get to by going through this cave, which we also cannot see. But I know there's monsters. If you look at the bottom of the screen, you can sometimes see, like, where the, and I don't know what their name is, but those little roly-poly dudes, that's what I always thought they were anyway. As a kid, I always thought of them as roly-polies. You can kind of see where they're crawling, because their feet interfere with the texture of those, tiles on the bottom. But before we go into the palace up to the northeast, I want to go down here. Whoa, a hidden area. Just go through here. The bubbles, if they hit you, will knock you into the water, and Link is made of sugar. He will melt. You think I'm joking? Falling into the water is a death sentence. You can pause the game by hitting start on the world map. Thanks, spider. Get out of there. Get out of there. Whew. Whew. Anyway, if you see the little link down in the bottom, that's how many lives we have. We also have 0 keys and 6 crystals. The whole purpose of this game is to put the 6 crystals back into the 6 palaces. Alright, let's go back to town, maybe? Question mark? I don't know. I haven't, I'll think about it. Ow! You know, I wonder if the life... Nope, I know what to... Oh no, there we go. That's entirely for demonstration purposes. As I said, Link is made of sugar. Ooh. Usually if you can keep moving on these kinds of stages, you're fine. Ah, retreat. Fortunately, running into the bot shadows in this desert just leads to those combat levels where it's just rocks getting thrown at you. Ow! If you pay more attention than I do, it's not really a problem. And here we are at Parapa Palace. Now, in future palaces, if you hit this guy right in the face, you can be greeted with a red iron knuckle, or you could be greeted with a red potion that restores all of your magic points. New to Zelda 2, we have elevators. You stand on them, press the up or down buttons, and you'll go up or down. I'm gonna go this way. These mouse enemies, I call them mice. I don't know if that's what they actually are, but I call them mice. They look vaguely like mice. What do you expect? To me, they will do HP damage if they hit you, and they will also drain your active experience. You can't lose levels. So like, they can't steal my life level from me. Ow. Stalfos has always kicked my butt. Yeah, I'll take the magic boost, why not? Anyway, they can't steal your levels, but they will steal your active XP. So if you look in the upper right, you see where it says next. I currently have 7 XP, and if one of those mouse things hits me, it'll drain some of my XP. Don't you kill me, you jerk. I may or may not be totally dependent on the life spell that you get later. So it's about now that I have to remind you all that it is me playing a Zelda game. If you're expecting me to be really good at it, you're expecting too much. Anyway, we needed that key to open that little door there. There are other ways around it later on. Ow. You can kill the bubbles in this game if you can hit them enough, but at attack level 1, it's something like 100 odd hits that you need. So just hit them and get out of there. I mean, if you can defeat them without being ambushed by rats, they're worth 50 XP. So, you know, they can be worth it. Ow. In theory, you should be able to do like a jumping stab to hit those Stalfos. Let's see if I can demonstrate. No, not skilled enough. But really, it's more a matter of just blocking his shield and then going from there. The bubbles will drain your magic points, in addition to doing HP damage. So just keep an eye on the Stalfos' sword and cut him off at the knees. I'll go ahead and collect this fairy because I'm about to die again. And let's go up. Ow! Jerk! You'll notice a little bit of my XP got robbed there. You know what? I'll go ahead and use my shield spell. If I recall, this is the room where the enemy that I would want it for is anyway. Yep. Wait a minute. There's always a break in his hammer throws. Just gotta wait for it. There it is. Getting close. And stab. Alright. HC Bailey makes this look way easier than I am. Anyway, if you stab that Iron Knuckle statue, you can get a red potion. I nervously check my recording and I almost get stabbed by a mouse. And then I get hit by a bot. Am I gonna get a game over before I even clear Parapa Palace? I'm trying to remember. I think maybe in this statue, like if you hit this dragon head, no. In other palaces, some of those statues also have red potions in them if you can stab them. Alright, let's see. I think we need to go down at this point. Through this elevator. Oh, here's our first Iron Knuckle. Just keep an eye on where his sword is. And, you know, you'll do better than I do. First game over. Somebody keep a game over counter. We're gonna need it. Anyway, you get a game over, you start over at the Northern Palace. Fortunately, you maintain your levels. That's nice. Also, much like in the first game, if you pause and then press up and A on the second controller, which I can never get to work on my keyboard or with my emulator, you can actually do a quick save. Thanks, Fairy, for showing up when I don't need you. In the Famicom version of this game, those little enemy encounters were just adorable little ghosts. Haha. Take that, roly-poly. Anyway, at least this time I'll be going to the palace with 3 lives. And the fairies should be back. So maybe I'll be able to save it for when I go to fight the boss. Alright, in we go. I always liked this game. I just was never any good at it. Was that one going faster? Hey! You jerk. Drained some of my MP and some of my life. And then I got hit by one of those mice and lost some experience. Let me tell ya, sometimes this game is just straight up rude. I don't think we want to go down this way yet. I think that's the way to the boss. And... oh, well, we do have a couple of keys. Ow. Dang it. Just imagine what would have happened if I hadn't gone and picked up that heart container. Anyway, there's the fairy. It's back. I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm gonna try and save it for, you know, when I come back through here. Anyway, this guy can also try to cut us off at the knees. Just like we were doing to the Stalfos. Just keep your distance and keep an eye on where his shield is, and you'll be fine. Haha. It's like fighting the, oh, what's his name? Bebop. Is it Bebop or Rocksteady? In the first Turtles game. Ooh. Nice. Whoa. Be prudent, Rogue. Just wait. Cast your shield spell. Wait for the break. Go for him. He's immune to your sword beams. So... ow. That's the only downside. But that 50 experience is sure tasty. Ow. Ah. Whew. Nope. Turning around, wrong way. That's the boss room. I don't need to be horsing around. Yet. I wonder if these enemies will come back when I take the elevator back up. Or back down, I should say. I guess I did need to go through that first elevator. Well, let's just go ahead and get my fairy. You know, because I'm almost dead. There are 8 levels, 8 experience levels for each of your stats. Originally, the developers were playing with the idea of 16, but ultimately settled upon 8. Huh. I get suspicious anytime I see one of those statues. Sometimes my curiosity comes back to bite me. Let's see if I can kill this guy before the other one gets me. Nope. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, Link. You got it, you got it. You got this, Link. Oh, I got them both stun-locked. Yes! As you can see, this takes a lot of stabbing. Just gonna switch to my auto-fire button. But they're worth 50 experience each, so I'll take it. You'll notice that Link keeps moving back just a tiny bit, like he's getting knocked back from each hit. And we'll gain an attack level for our trouble. It's almost like I planned it. Whoa! Well, I'm gonna kill this one too, why not? Now, later on, you could do this a lot easier if you are able to jackhammer them, which is a technique that involves the down thrust skill that we get later in the game. More on that when it becomes relevant, if I can perform it. I'm not very good at it. Whoa, leave me alone, man. Okay. Stupid bots. Alright, let's see if I can do this. If you're fast enough, you can collect that pea bag and still cross the bridge. Don't fall into the lava. You'll die. Ah! Cast your magic. Wait for the break in the hammers. Alright. Ah! Dang. Much like your fights later in the game, it's usually more prudent to wait for the enemy to expose themselves. That sounds vulgar. Ow! Dang it. Ooh! Experience back. I don't want to die when I'm this close to a level! Wait, it's not a game over. I should retain my experience. Okay, come down here. Yep, there we go. Alright, now you come down here. Come on. Yeah! I don't remember if you can collect that pea bag if you left it behind on your first run through. Just scroll the bubbles off screen if you can. They are really not worth your time. Although in this case, maybe they would have been. What? I wonder which stat am I due for upgrading? magic, I think. Oh yeah, so now that, you know, we're at magic level 2, you can see that the shield spell went down in cost. Get out of there. The fairy back? No. That's unfortunate. That's okay, though. Anyway, the boss of this palace, temple, the guardian, if I recall correctly, is called Gozu, and it's supposed to be reminiscent of the one of the guardians of hell in Chinese mythology. Ow! And the only way to hit it is to stab it in the head. Ah! He's kicking my butt. So you've got to be better at it than I am. But if you die fighting a boss, you start back at their room, so that's nice. Link, quit trying to give him a hug. Alright, be prudent. Wait for him to come to you. That is not being prudent. That is not waiting for him to come to you. Oh, we are about to get a game over. Only gotta hit him 8 more times. Welp. There goes that XP. Sad. Anyway, join me next time for more Can I Beat the Boss of Parapa Palace? Next episode, I will join you right there at that location. Oh, there I go, hitting buttons on my controller when I set it down. If you like this video, let me know that by tapping the like button, and consider subscribing if you're new here so you don't miss any future episodes. Until next time, I've been the ArcaneRogue, and as always, I hope you have a wonderful day.